Hi, I'm Robbie. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this rusted old pipe out of just a standard PVC pipe that you'd find at the hardware store. This is an awesome, fun project. I am not the one that came up with this. I've seen it multiple times on YouTube. A shout out to those people that have done it. They did a great job. Some people used black for the paint, some people used silver. And I came up with my own way that I felt that would look pretty good, and I'm pretty happy about it. The first things you're gonna need to do this project, number one is some coffee grounds, decaffeinated because nobody wants to drink coffee without caffeine in it. Mod Podge, you can get this at the dollar store. And then I've got three colors here. I've got orange. This is burnt umber, but you can just use brown. And this is a crimson, but you can just use red or whatever you have, but acrylic paint here. And then also some paintbrushes, whatever size you like, from the dollar store as well. So this isn't a super expensive prop to make. And so what I did was I made a paste with the coffee grounds and the Mod Podge, and I just kind of dabbed it on the pipe. I really went thick on these edges because you want it to look really caked on and rusty. And then as you go down the pipe, you get more texture with the coffee grounds and the Mod Podge. You can use Elmer's glue, and that would work, but I found Mod Podge dries a little harder, and so that's why I chose that. And one thing that I did as well, I don't have it here, but it's a silver paint, and you don't want to go with the first thing you think of is a super like shiny silver. You just want to go with a silver like this because it looks more metalish. I will be back to show you the next step of this project. Now I wanted to show you a little bit closer up view of this pipe, and you can see that metallic really makes that PVC pipe look metalish on there. It looks great. And the coffee grounds, and down here you really want to wad that coffee ground paste with the Mod Podge pretty thick in the areas near the joints of the pipe, because that just really looks like it's rusted on there. And this right here is an orange. I used a brown, this is acrylic paint, orange, and also red, and kind of mixed it up to give it these colors. And going down the pipe here, the coffee grounds and different colors of brown, red, and orange mixed in there, a little bit darker brown in that area, and coming down the pipe. And this, I really like this area right here that I did because it just looks so corroded and just horrendous how the pipe looks right here. And I love it because that's perfect for a haunt. And you can see as I really put that Mod Podge and that coffee grounds in right there on that joint, it just looks rusted like you wouldn't get that off for anything, which is so cool. So, and that the coffee grounds just give it that really killer texture. It looks just so stinking rusty. Like if I saw this on the side of the road, I would think that thing was laying there for like 30 years. So I'm absolutely happy as can be about this project that I'm doing. All right, see you soon. Hi, I am outside and I'm about to spray the pipe. Here's the silver paint that I have. Notice it's not the shiny, but just the grayish silver color. Okay, it's the middle of winter, and so hopefully it'll make it look even more rusty and dilapidated. I'll just do this side, nice and thick. It's already looking metal. And there we have it. Nice metal pipe, and then I'll come out and do the rest when it dries. Hi, I am now going to make the Mod Podge coffee ground paste that I was talking about before. So here's the coffee grounds, and so I'm just putting a little Mod Podge in there just like that, and then you just mix it up in there. I think I might have used a little too much coffee, but oh well. Like, get it in there like that. I don't know, for this whole pipe this might be the right amount. So, you know, you just make a good paste like that with it. Okay. Then I'm coming down here to the pipe, and you know, this is just so sporadic. Like, you can just kind of, I want put a little here, put a little there, and just kind of see how it looks cool. Like I was talking before, you want to really cram a lot of those grounds into this area, because the joints of the pipe is usually where rust forms a lot of. So cram some more in there. So I'm really gonna get it crammed in there really good. All right, and then coming down the pipe, this is kind of cool. Let me show. I painted this in the middle of the winter, and you can see ice crystals formed on this paint, and they're actually like fossils of ice crystals, which is pretty cool. But I like it because it kind of looks like real metal, because it's kind of tarnished in areas, and so I like the way that worked out. So the cold actually helped it out. So here I am. I'm going to put some more on here and really kind of make some areas that look like they're just horrendously rusted, like that. Now let's just come down to this end. I wanted to come to this end because with these threads here, this is gonna look awesome. When threads have rust, they are just full of rust and inside the grooves, and so I really want to cake it in there, but yet still have it so you can see that it's threads. So just put it really good in there like that. Okay, a little bit more in this joint, and I'll just keep at this until I get it done. But that is how I make the texture of the rust with the coffee grounds and the Mod Podge. All right, I have let the Mod Podge and the coffee grounds dry overnight. They're nice and hard on there. That is perfect. I love the way it turned out. And here's my color combination that I'm gonna start painting this. I've got orange, brown, and red, and I've kind of mixed a little bit of it up right here. The brown, a little bit of red, a lot of orange, kind of gives it that rust color. So I'm gonna come down here to these threads and start painting that in there just like that. I love how this color's looking. I think that's gonna look really rusty. And the orange will get darker, so I'm not too worried about it being too orange right now. So I'm just getting those threads nice and colored. And then I'm gonna come up and start, maybe we want a little brown in there. Start giving it a little bit of a color combination here. Come down here to this area. So I'm gonna have some fun painting this, and the cool thing about this is that what I love about this art the most is that there really is just no boundaries. Like, you can just do whatever you'd like, and it always just comes out pretty cool. So, all right, I'll paint this and I will get back to you when I'm finished. All right, I've completed painting my rusty pipes. And check that out. I love how this has turned out with the threads and everything. Notice the orange has gotten darker as it's dried. Coming up the pipe a little bit. We got some awesome areas of rust coming over to this joint right here. And then coming down the pipe. I love how these have turned out. That's a really horrendous area of rust. That looks cool. So anyway, there's my completed pipes. I'm going to be making more of these for my haunted attraction coming up this year. I hope this video has helped anybody that wants to do a project like this. All right, thank you for watching.